Hello, hello, hello. It has been a minute. This is War 100 and day 14. I made the mistake of upgrading my computer like the third day into the war, and I had some issues with my computer for like the last week, and I haven't been able to record anything. So I apologize for the lack of solo Logi videos during this great war. This war is looking really good. We're only on day 14 and not a lot of territory has been exchanged. These are definitely my favorite types of war. The ones that, get up to 20, 25 days. It's back and forth for a while. So I'm really excited about this one. I am still working out a Columns Cape, Stone Cradle, kind of Lynn Mercy, a little bit of Fanatic Coast. Once we get Jade Cove up and running, I'll be doing a little bit more on that side. But these two mainly is kind of where I'm funneling a lot of my resources. I will sometimes check Speaking Woods to see if they have excess resources and maybe do a freighter run down that river path. Mercy's Wish is one of my favorite towns to help defend and bring resources to, but I hate that the storage depot is located right here. I absolutely hate that it's located on this coast where there's just constant artillery fire on it, and then it's hard for Logi players to reinforce this unless we're just reinforcing the town base or the bunkers that are here. It's just so, it takes a long time for this to fall when it eventually does, but I think maybe this would be too OP. Maybe people would have to let me know. But I think if this storage depot was more located up north here, where it couldn't be as easily hit by artillery from the other side, I think that would be a lot better for Mercy's Wish. But again, maybe collies would think that's too OP. Obviously, Warden side, I would like that a lot better. We do have this storage depot right here, which does help quite a bit because it's right down the road. So I would like to see a war where this one's located more north. This town also just kind of stinks to defend because it has so many kind of almost like NPC kind of buildings squished together that it's hard to build around and kind of defend. Again, more people experienced with offense could probably explain this a lot better than I can, but yeah, I like defending this town, but I wish there was a little bit more to it. I checked earlier today and the Jade Cove seaport was not up yet, but now it is. So I'm debating maybe doing a 5 crate shipment to this seaport. Let's check Stone Cradle. Not really excess resources or anything. Not a lot to send down to Jade Cove. Of course, they have 49 freighters. At some point I might be bringing some of those back to Columns Cape, do a couple of those runs. Do we have any freighters here? I might have to go grab one of those freighters just to come back here. I could build one too, but I don't know. I'm kind of lazy and I'd rather just go grab one and then bring it up. We have quite a bit more resources here. We got BMATs, crates. So yeah, I might do that as my first task for the night. Oh, actually, I know what I'm going to do for my first task. This place, the safe house, only has 2 wrenches, and wrenches win wars. I'm going to get a Logi truck, and I'm going to fill it up with BMATs, and we're going to make wrenches until I get rid of all my BMATs, and we are going to put a bunch of wrenches in here, because there's only 2, and there's always locked vehicles around this town. And there's none in this spawn point either. Is there some in the spawn point that I'm at? 48, that's pretty good actually, 48 right here, but I'm going to put some in the safe house. We'll make that our first task. As I mentioned, I did just get an update on my computer, and I had to reset a bunch of things and change a bunch of things. So if you notice any audio is off, I had to reset OBS and everything, so if my audio seems off, too loud, too soft, any feedback like that is always welcome, just so I can make the experience a little bit better. I always try and rewatch my videos too to see if I can catch anything, but if you have any suggestions, just let me know. And I'll try and fix everything to make it sure it runs smooth. So we're going to get our BMATs here, and we are going to go make those wrenches. Hey, friend.
Yes?
I was just wondering if you could hear me. I was just doing a mic check. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, we got all the wrenches. We had to leave one crate behind, which is fine. But we have 60 wrenches that are going to this safe house. Wrenches win wars. There's a reason your local safe house never has wrenches. I don't know why I can't submit it with the Dune truck. Somebody tell me why I cannot access this, but we're going to do it this way. It doesn't matter. We're going to get 60 wrenches up in here. 39. Bada bing, bada boom. 79 wrenches. That's a beautiful sight as a Logi player. That is a beautiful, beautiful sight. So now people can clean up the town when they need to, because everyone continues in this game to lock their vehicles all the time. So the next task, which is going to be a long, hefty one, is I'm going to take a freighter. I'm going to fill 5 crates up, and I am going down to Jade Cove, and I'm going to fill this seaport up. I'm sure this is being pushed right now. I'm not going to show it on the stream or this recording or whatever. I'll look at it myself, but I'm sure this is being pushed either down or, on. So bringing resources to Jade Cove is going to be a really good idea. See, there's 3 freighters there right now with 13 storage crates. If we keep Jade Cove for a long time, that's going to be like, freighters are going to be in the 200, 300. Storage crates are going to be like in the 400s, something really high. So we're going to be one of the first people to bring down some supplies. So 5 crates. We'll do 1 of shirts, 1 of B-mats, 1 of some type of infantry. Probably 1, honestly, just full of 40 millimeter for tanks and light tanks and things. And then medical if we can. Maybe we'll do a medical / utility one. So radios, bandages, masks, and that'll be 5. So I'll kind of go over that, and we'll go get that started right now. Whoops. That was my bad. But I've played enough that I don't care. Sorry, not sorry. Whoops. It never gets old. It never gets old. No! I just got yeeted across trying to fill it up with gas. Let's try again. Something I should mention is I am in the regiment FMAT. And normally FMAT, I'll pull up on the map. Whoops, I'm all over the place. I'll pull it up on the map. Usually when I've played with FMAT, they're usually more around like these. They'd like to go down like this riverway right here into Viper Pit from like Basin, Howell County, Clans Head. So a lot of wars, I feel like they normally play down this way. And I did, when I first joined FMAT, I played with them, and I played up here with them a lot, doing some like, Logi operations and things, which was really, really fun. But all in all, I didn't really care for this area too much. With my about 500 hours coming up on 600 here soon, I just really love Callum's Cape, Stone Cradle, and like Morgan's Crossing and like God's Craft. Like I feel like those are like where I feel the most comfortable. So anyways, long story short, FMAT is really active in Callum's Cape this time around. So I'm able to kind of pull from their resources, which is really nice. So we'll be using, FMAT, which is public Logi resources, and we'll be bringing this stuff down to Jade Cove. So let's start with the crate of shirts. So unfortunately, there was only 43 crates of shirts between the public and F1 mat stockpile. So as I think, wrenches win wars. We're gonna do 7 wrenches, and then there's 300 B-mats. I'm going to leave those B-mats in there because they like to use that for a lot of manufacturing things. I will take it from this excess pile that they have, and we'll fill the rest up with that. And then what we're going to do is do the next storage crate, which is going to actually be just 60 B-mats anyways. And this is going to be our first crate, and we got 4 more to go. Sorry, wrong one. Wrong one. That was my bad. Sorry.
I'll package it for you.
Very real,
I'll package it.
very heavy
Prayers and devotion for me, please.
currency of exchange.
Oh, he took my shipping container. You took my shipping container.
Oh my god.
Are you going to Jade Cove too?
Oh yeah.
Nice. It's a race.
Oh.
For the next crate, I'm bringing some 40mm shells and some anti-tank. This will be crate number 3. So for the 4th crate, I was going to do some medical supplies, which I am still just going to empty all of this out. Let me see here. Nothing. I might... Looks like I'm not going to have too many options. Let me see public. Yeah, I'm going to just have to fill it up with maybe some extra infantry stuff. Probably mammons, actually. I'll go see what they have for mammons. I actually forgot that I was going to make this a medical and utility, because then the last crate is going to be more infantry focused. So we are going to take a bunch of radios. Do 10 radios. Only got 3 binoculars here. Only 3 filters. Maybe, I forgot, was there some stuff here? I keep forgetting what's in this one. Oh, there's more radios. We don't need more radios, probably. I really need... Mines might help a little bit. Let me see what public's got. Extra binocular. There's no gas mask. Oh, I should have saw that. We need to really make a lot of gas masks. I'll take these extra filters. Hopefully somebody else can think to bring mask up. And then I'll just fill the rest up with those mines. Alright, crate number 4 is medical and utility. Alright, we're going to do infantry. We'll do 10 things of grenades. The Blake is really good, I think. From what I hear from some infantry, I'm sure, again, as we've talked about in the past, personal preference stuff. Crates of 7.62. We got 20 spaces left. Gas grenades are always good. And then probably just some 12.7 to finish it out. And this is going to be 5 crates, and we're going to head down to Jade Cove from Callum's Cape. In the past, when I've done this run, it's about, honestly, it is about a 20-minute boat ride. So it is lengthy. I forgot the gas. If I'm going to have enough gas, you usually should. Gas is usually pretty good. I'm going to go grab a wrench, though, too. I forgot. I was a noob, and I didn't grab a wrench at the beginning of my session. I made a bunch of wrenches for this safe house, and then I didn't even grab one. So I need to grab one and not get ran over here. And then we're going to make our long, long journey. I will take a... Is there a gas can in here? No, but there's some down at the... I'll take just one extra gas can just in case, of course, but I think we should be good for sure. The trick is to not get ran over here. All right. Luckily, this voyage is going to be a lot shorter for you people watching. I'm going to have to look at my map a lot, too, because I've only done this run like a couple times, so I always get lost down in here. All right, as you're pulling out, always honk your horn. Let them know. And we are off. See you all on the other side. thought that I had. My last solo Logi video that I did, I actually created it out with any time lapse where I throw in the music and throw like a time lapse of me doing something long. And I'm wondering, is it good to throw those in every now and then? Is it better to have a video with none of them? I kind of felt like it broke the videos up quite a bit when I'd throw them in. I try and keep them pretty short still too. I speed them up a lot to keep them short so you're not watching it too long. And I think it's a good music too. The beat, I use the same song and I think it's a good beat for Logi. But I guess I'm just wondering what people thought. Is it better to keep the time loops in, just like, one or two of them per episode? Is it better just to leave them out completely and just skip to the parts? I guess I was thinking from my point of view, it's like if I just took out the time loops, kind of like the other video, it would just be like skipping to parts where I'm just talking essentially. So it'd be like talk. It'd just be talking the whole time. And I thought the music breakups were kind of nice, but maybe you guys don't. As always, some feedback is always helpful. I'm always welcoming to constructive criticism. So let me know your thoughts on that, I guess. Thanks. We have little to no intel out here, so I'm a little nervous of partisans or any sort of naval artillery or naval groups. We're just going to yeet it and go for it, but hopefully I don't get caught by anybody. Alright, looks like we made it from Callum's Cape. Let's pull up the map. Callum's Cape to Jade Cove. Clear up to this seaport, down this river line right here, through here, and around here, which always stinks. I wish there was some little river thing right here to kind of cut through. So we have to go all the way around here. But with 5 crates, and I pulled most of it from a regiment, so I pulled it faster. But the whole journey, this whole this whole task right here, and I have to unload the crates too, but about 40 minutes. So roughly 30 to 40 minutes. So quite a while. Let's see how the commends are. You know, people are always, you know, like, oh, I should have got more commends for this Logi task, but that's not what it's about, my brothers, my Logi bros, and any Logi sisters out there. What's this first one's full of shirts and a few B mats and wrenches. So you only get the first crate here that'll pop up on the map for people, and then the rest of them won't. So if you ever want to strategize which crate you put in first to see if it gets more commends, go ahead. But yep, it's just always this first one. So we're gonna submit to the stockpile. So we got 43 shirts, some B mats and wrenches. There's one commend. We'll package this back up, and then we'll just submit it to the seaport. Right, we'll just submit it. Maybe I pressed the wrong button. I'm a noob. It's been like 4 days. It's actually been a while since I've done a 5 crate seaport thing. I got one commend. I'm gonna get one commend for this 40-minute task. So, and it was this guy right here. So we're gonna make sure he gets 3 commends, because he's a bro. There you go. But yeah, that's a 5 crate to Jade Cove, which I think is going to really help out quite a bit. I don't think we need to do another one. After I unload this, we'll reevaluate kind of what we need to do next. All right, we'll get the fuel out of it like I just did. It's especially good to get the fuel out on these front lines. Fuel's going to be a little bit more scarce when we've taken just recently these cities and stuff, so it's always good to try and get the fuel out. And then we'll submit this. Like I said, they're going to have eventually a lot of freighters here. So we were able to fill it up to 51 shirts, put some B mats in there. A lot of that infantry is from us. A lot of this is from us. So we're kind of stabilizing this area a little bit, which is really nice. This storage depot up here helps a lot too. They have a lot more anti-tank, which is good. So I was able to look at the map and see kind of how it's going. We haven't pushed them out of this hex so far. That we still have this area over here to push them out. So again, having resources in the seaport is great, especially the B mats. If there's some Logi bros up here that know how to use the B mats really well, especially with these 2 factories online, we can get those started and supply this even more. Ideally, too, you want to keep some B mats in there for builders so that they can build out the defenses. But yeah, one thing that I might do more this war is this is a great place to get B mats from. There's 5K right there right now, and just funneling B mats kind of right here. So it'd just be either doing a simple flatbed run. Let's see if there's anything in here. There's a flatbed. Oh, there's shipping containers too. Is there a Logi truck? There's one Logi truck. So we could use the Logi truck to move these B mats into the seaport. You got to crate them up, and then we could grab a flatbed and that storage and do that. Usually I'd be running these B mats down to Mercy's Wish, but yeah, the storage depot of course is gone. And they probably lost this, and they need to, yeah, they don't have industry up. I wish industry came up faster. That's the other thing that stinks about when losing this storage depot. I mentioned it earlier in this recording, but this storage depot just honestly needs to be moved up to the north or something. It just gets taken out every time, and then this, you just can't supply this very well. It's just really hard to keep this fortified. We have luckily some pretty good builders in here most of the time, which is nice. But I think I might go with this plan right here. Let me see. There's 1K right there. There's 40. There's always B mats in here. There's one flatbed and one shipping container. So I can get 49 worth of B mats right there. Is there 11 items of anything else? Mammons. Moving these resources to Jade Cove would be good too. I think I might make that more my play right now. And then maybe I'll end potentially with just kind of doing some salvage stuff and replenishing some areas of B mats. I think I might do one more. I just really like fortifying Jade Cove, because like once we have this, once we can hold this down, I feel like this is a key point to the war is holding Jade Cove. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to stone. I'm going to respawn at Fading Light. This is why as Logi, just always press N. Just look at storage depots. It's like the only intel you need. Look at storage depots. Look at seaports. Like that's all you need. So hopefully, okay, we're going to go spawn at this storage depot. We're going to grab the 49 B mats. And then 11 of something else. And fill a flatbed with it and drive down. And fill this seaport up again. And that's going to be our next objective. Alright, so we want to make sure we don't block the area here. So I'm going to pull it over to a better spot. And we were able to grab that flatbed before anybody else did. Hopefully we can get a storage container. Great. And then we're going to fill it up with the B mats. And then there's going to be 11 slots left that we'll just fill up with random stuff. I think honestly I'll just fill it up with explosive materials just in case they want to use the factory to build a few things with explosive material. Alright. We got our B mats, some explosive materials. I mean, I've played less than an hour and a half now, and this is going to be crate number 6 to Jade Cove. So, even if I feel like if you're a casual kind of solo Logi player like me, I mean, it takes some time again to like kind of see what's in the storage depots, what's around, and then just to kind of deciding what's priority and what you think is priority to do. Oh, I gotta put some gas in this. I am gonna get ran over if I go in the middle of the street.
Matt, what's up?
What up? But yeah, as I was saying, just it takes some time to figure out like what's priority, or again, just what you want to do. Like some nights I'll have nights like this where I just want to deliver stuff. I just want to deliver stuff to either the mid line or the front line, and not even front line. It's funny nowadays, like kind of the Jade Cove runs that I'm doing right now to that seaport is kind of what I consider front line. Where most new Logi players are like, oh, I need to get a dune truck and I need to deliver it to the nearest or the farthest up bunker, and that is the most obviously front line. But now in my mind, after playing for so long, there's two different kinds of front line. There's that main storage that you want to build up so that those resources can be used by those dune truck players and be sent out. And that's I just like doing that more most of the time than doing actual bunker runs and things. Bunker runs are kind of fun. I feel like whenever I do a bunker run, that's kind of actually when I'm in the mood to be like, actually, I'm going to do a bunker run and then I'm going to go do some infantry for like 10 or 15 minutes or something. So it's usually better for me to just stick to backline, midline, and, quote unquote, frontline seaports and stuff. Oh, fire truck. Cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm lost. Alright, this task took me less than 15 minutes. Let's see how many commends this one gets me. And that flatbed with that storage, with that crate, was there when I came with the freighter. So I'm going to probably submit that as well, just to see what's in it. Maybe somebody DC'd, or I don't know. There might be stuff in it, or it might be empty. One commend. I got the same amount of commends for probably 10 to 15 minute job for the one where I did for 30 to 40 minutes. So again, don't be in it for the commends. That's all I'm trying to say here. I'm not saying that I should be getting more commends or anything like that. I'm just saying I see posts sometimes on like Reddit or people complaining essentially like, oh, I should have got, why am I not getting more commends? It's just, you know, it's just whoever's around, whoever has commends. Speaking of which, I got to remember that person's name and commend them. Because usually if like one person like that commends me, oh shoot, I think it was this person. And I have usually a lot of commends from crafting stuff. I'll just commend them a bunch. I'll just give them 3. Alright, let's see what's in the mystery box. What are your guesses? Any guesses what's on the mystery box? I'm going to guess nothing. I don't know why the flatbed would be left there, but I am going to guess that it has nothing in it. I'm also going to guess that flatbed maybe... Oh, no, it's not locked because I grabbed the bin, I think. What do we got? Nothing. Empty. We'll just put it away. Just best to put it away. We'll grab the fuel from it as well. Ooh, look at those crates. Yeah, people who... Mara's still really good to defend right now, or put supplies with. Especially because I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to show you on the map again, but I mentioned earlier, this is like the only space right here that the collies are in. So Mara's a good reinforcement point still. I wish there was like a bridge right here. That would be really, really nice. Because this bridge really stinks. But yeah, I really wish there was a bridge right there. We could have just reinforced this as well. But since I was just bringing B-mats and like explosive materials, again, we want these factories to kind of get going. Not right now per se. Maybe right now. It depends on who's doing it. Like I wouldn't choose to do it right now because I think there's more priorities to do kind of still in the back line right now. If I was a builder though, if you were a builder, I would be grabbing these bats and like reinforcing this area right now. As we passed by the wharf here, it's pretty reinforced. It has a lot of artillery guns still. They're using a lot of those to push up into here. So it's not completely, you know, solidified area yet, but like right now I'm not gonna put anything else into this. So we can kind of see some of our resources have already been used. I brought 50 shirts earlier. It's already down to 16. So that's being used really efficiently. I brought 60, or how many 40 millimeter did I bring? I can't remember now. Quite a bit though. I feel like 45 or something. So that might actually be the number that's still in there. Yeah. I brought some white ashes too. Oh, 15. Okay, so nobody's utilized any of that yet. I'm not going to fill it up anymore. I think right now at this stage it would be kind of overfilled if I continued to fill it. I think this is a good healthy spot. This is going to sound really dumb, but I think the last task I'm going to do for tonight, I'm not going to keep it short a little bit. Hopefully I can have a longer run one of these nights. This is all I do most of the time when I'm thinking of a new task, is just like looking at refineries, seaports, storage depots. If like something like really jumps out at me, then I'm like, oh, I gotta go do that right away. Oh, like this is almost a right away thing, honestly, but there's no freighters there. No freighters and no shipping containers, so that's a little bit, oh, there's no shipping containers, so that's a little bit too much time for me right now. There's 4 KB mats, but like tomorrow night or the next night when I get on or something, that if this is still as heavy as it is, I would consider, making sure I get a freighter and some crates and bring this down. If Jade Cove tomorrow night is more defended and we've pushed the collies out of the hex, I would even consider doing a freighter run from here with 5 crates. It would be significantly longer, probably an extra 10 minutes from here to right here where I come in from Callum's Cape. But I would consider doing that just because of all the materials they got, and Jade Cove would be good to push up into. So I'll look tomorrow night. They even have crates of dune trucks, which is good to bring to the front too. Like if I had more time tonight too, I'd do another freighter run of just bringing like crates of dune trucks. Or that type of thing. No one thinks about transportation a lot of the time. They think about, I'm going to bring up materials and stuff, but then it's like, this seaport right here might have all the materials that they need, but they don't have any Logi trucks to transport it around the hex or anything. They do have one Logi truck here now, but yeah, just one to say I pulled that. I could pull that one and then just use it just to craft stuff. But somebody might want to pull it to move these materials out to the bunkers out here. So I've been ranting a lot, but yeah, the really bad idea I had for ending my night is just spawning here and leaving myself to vote for industry just to make it go quicker. I wish it already went quicker. I can't believe I understand why it's so slow, but it's almost to the point where I don't understand why it's so slow. If that makes sense. It's almost too slow. You don't want it overly fast to make it OP or anything, but it's on the scale of like too slow. And I think the theme for tonight's episode is just I hate where this storage depot is. Oh. But as always, I appreciate all of you watching. Always, leave me feedback in the comments or anything. I love making these episodes. I have a lot of fun doing them. Hey, there's Nappy. We saw him doing a freighter run earlier. Looks like he's maybe continuing to do that. He's only bringing one Logi truck. I don't know if he knew there were crates of Logi trucks. I'm not going to correct him. I'm not going to be that person or anything. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching and cheers.